My name is Colin Young, and it is my honor as the principal of Oak Valley Middle School to welcome you to our 2020 promotion ceremony. All of us Falcons are excited to have you with us to share this special occasion. I appreciate that even though we are apart, today we can be together to celebrate the class of 2020.
Hello and congratulations to all of our promoting students. My name is Dr. Marion Kim Phelps and I am the proud superintendent of the Poway Unified School District. I'm honored to be joining you today. Even though we're celebrating differently than we normally do, it is very important to take this time to acknowledge all of your accomplishments the best way that we can. I am very proud of how you've continued to learn, grow, and adapt to all the changes you've experienced during these difficult times. Many of your teachers and parents shared stories with me about your innovation, your resilience, and patience during distance learning. I'm inspired by the examples of kindness and selflessness that you've shown to help others in our community. All of this learning has happened outside of our classrooms with the help of your parents, teachers, administrators, and staff. Please make sure that you express your appreciation and love to them. I too have a daughter who is promoting without the traditional ceremony. But what I told her, I'd like to pass on to you. You are all special because you went through this together. You share a special bond with each other that you can wear as a badge of honor. You not only survived a worldwide pandemic, you did what you needed to do to keep going and reach this day to successfully promote to the next grade level. That is the kind of strength and persistence that will stay with you the rest of your lives. So congratulations and enjoy your special day because you've earned it.
Hello, Oak Valley family. Today, I am honored to present the Heart of Oak Valley and Falcon Awards. Each year, 2 students are nominated by their peers and selected by the staff. The Heart of Oak Valley Award goes to students who inspired our school community and demonstrated all of the character pillars. The following students are the winners of the Heart of Oak Valley Award for the 2019-2020 school year. Amon Andrews. Amon's peers say he is a role model for future Falcons. As ASB Vice President, he shows great leadership and is very friendly. He strives to make his family and community proud. Congratulations, Amon. Our second award for the Heart of Oak Valley goes to Bella Salick. Bella's peers say she is a caring classmate who participates in school events and activities. She is kind, selfless, and responsible, who will help you whenever, regardless of who you are. She is devoted to and cares for the Oak Valley community. Congratulations, Bella. The Falcon Award goes to students who held a strong GPA and good citizenship, while participating in school events, demonstrating leadership and enthusiasm. The following students are the winners for the Falcon Award for the 2019-2020 school year. Liev Bar. Liev's peers say he is a leader in classes while being considerate and helpful. Participating in ASB, Liev focuses on the tasks at hand with energy and enthusiasm. Congratulations, Liev. Our second winner of the Falcon Award is Julia Pritchett. Julia's peers say she is supportive, positive, and always smiling. Participating in ASB, Julia is a hard worker who cares about others' successes and demonstrates enthusiasm and kindness. Congratulations, Julia. We are so lucky to have these and all Falcons represent our family at Oak Valley. Congratulations to the promoting class of 2020. Thank you.
Hello, Falcons. I hope you're well. This is certainly not how I pictured ending my first year as your principal. When I learned that I was going to be coming to Oak Valley as your new principal, I was immediately excited and elated and ready to jump right in. Then as I calmed down and the nerves kicked in, and I realized how scary it seemed to be coming to a place of of almost 2,000 students and adults, and I only knew a handful of people. I admit that I was a little scared when I first stepped onto this campus for the first time. I was certainly nervous that first day of school as I was waving to cars entering the parking lot. This is how many of you are feeling right now. Excited and so ready for your next step into high school, but also probably a little scared and anxious. I understand those feelings. I was the new guy this year, and next year it will be your turn. So how did I get over those uneasy feelings? The secret is building relationships and getting involved. I jumped right in and became a part of everything Oak Valley. I visited your classrooms every day. I worked on math problems with you in Miss Wardenberg's class. I listened to you sing and play your instruments in your performing arts classes. I watched you conduct science experiments and even tried speaking a little Spanish when I visited Mrs. Lang's classroom. I dove right in, and I quickly learned that Oak Valley is an amazing place. The students and staff are incredible. You are incredible. You made me feel so welcome. You quizzed me on Star Wars trivia. You challenged me to ping pong games. You taught me how to play Spider at lunch. You brought me into this school culture, and I am so thankful you did. Falcons, you taught me that we belong here. As you move on to the next chapter in your adventure of life, I would encourage you to do the same as I did. Dive right into the culture of the school you will be attending next year. I've worked in high schools for many years, and I learned the most important thing you need to do is find your thing. Find that thing that connects you to school. When I was in high school, my thing was pep band. We played at all the basketball games. I loved it. I struggled when I first entered high school, but once I was connected to that activity, everything else fell into place. I urge you to find that thing that connects you. It may be a sport or an extracurricular activity. It may be a particular content area you love to explore, like science or history. It may be an elective, like drama or computer animation, or maybe a club. Once you find your thing, high school will be much more meaningful. Do not be afraid to try something new. High schools are like small cities that are bustling all day and late into the evening. There is something there for you, but you cannot be afraid to reach out and try it. As you begin to navigate next year and get a feel for your school, if you're unable to find that thing or that club that piques your interest, I say go create it. Start that club. Gather around those students who share your interests and make it happen. This year, we created some new traditions. But by far, my favorite day of the year was when we all wore our new Falcon shirts and gathered in the quad together for a picture from the drone. Participate in the traditions of your school next year as you continue towards graduation. I urge you to create new ones. Go see a basketball game. Go see your friends perform in the musical. Attend the academic league finals. Go to a jazz band concert. Go watch some pole vaulting. Dive into the activities you love and celebrate the joys of those around you as they participate in their thing. You will find that high school is exciting, and the more you get involved, the more meaningful and rewarding your experience will be. These are extraordinary times. Being away from school this past trimester has been very challenging. I'm so sorry that we're not able to celebrate this milestone in person. The strength and resilience that you have shown these past few months has been phenomenal. You have the tools you need to be successful in high school. Remember the importance of kindness, and remember to help your fellow Falcons as you acclimate to your new schools. All of us look forward to seeing you return to tell us about your thing and how you've connected to school and what traditions you've created. Falcons, thank you so much for making this new guy feel so welcome. I will never forget you for that. Congratulations, you are forever Falcons, and all of us here at Oak Valley will miss you and wish you success in the future. Thank you.
Welcome, students, parents, staff, and whoever else is watching this. I'd like to start off the speech by saying something that you've probably heard many times before. This is a very difficult and uncertain time for all of us. Many things that we have taken for granted previously are no longer here. For instance, this year, your poor grandparents will not sit in cheap plastic chairs, fanning themselves in a desperate attempt to stave off the California sun. This year, your parents will not buy those cheesy flower necklaces and make you take pictures of them. This year you will not need to get your fancy dress pants that are 3 sizes too small because no one will see you from the waist down. This year is definitely not usual. But there is one thing that all 8th graders have in common, regardless of circumstance, and that's change. And no, I'm not talking about puberty, that's a different speech entirely. 3 years ago, we were all dwarves in a campus built for giants, wearing backpacks our mom said we'd grow into that were filled to the brim with unnecessary amounts of stationery. We took crumpled schedules, hastily printed out the night before, and studied them with such vigor that you'd think they led to the Holy Grail. But we managed, some of significantly more refocused forms than others, until days turned into months and months turned into years. I have no doubt that all of us have experienced something in these 3 years that will transform and change our lives forever. Maybe it was a new friend, the loss of a loved one, or the quarantine. But whatever it was, something, or a lot of somethings, has fundamentally changed who we are and how we interact with the world. We've picked up new hobbies, new interests, and new friends. Some of us have come into middle school wanting to be professional esports players and left wanting to be engineers. Some of us have come wanting to be engineers and left wanting to be esports players. But all of us have changed. And some of us still don't know what we're going to do, and that's okay. What's important is that we take what we've learned and use that knowledge to move forward and carve out our own path. As intimidating as high school is, and if it's anything like The Outsiders, we're screwed, we can thank our teachers, parents, and friends for supporting us through this awkward, sweaty, hormone-filled middle stage and preparing us for the challenges that are to come. So, although our time here is coming to an end, we can hold on to those memories and friends that we've made here in preparation for the next big chapter of our lives. Although many of us will graduate and become the objectively cooler bird, the Nighthawk, even the name sounds cooler, we'll always internally be Falcons. In summation, I like to end this speech with a quote that I just Googled by the great philosopher SpongeBob SquarePants. If you believe in yourself, and with a tiny bit of magic, all your dreams can come true. I'm going to imagine thunderous, raucous applause, followed by a standing ovation and an unfathomably large crowd of people chanting my name. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sophia Windsor, and I am obviously a promoting 8th grader from Oak Valley Middle School. Now, most graduation or promotion speeches start by saying something along the lines of, "When I look around at this bright young crowd in front of me today, I see the future of the world, beautiful blossoms of brilliance and gorgeous dreamers." But instead, when I look into the camera of my tiny little iPod, because I don't have a phone yet, I know, lame, I just see myself staring back at me. I see no beautiful blossoms of brilliance or gorgeous dreamers. I just see me. And all of you, my classmates, may see the same thing. None of us have the fortune of looking out to a crowd and seeing our family and friends. Many of us recorded our own speech and saw nothing more than just ourselves. But wait, because this is where we need to change our narrative. Despite what is going on in the world, I am not just me and you are not just you. I am me and you are you. There is no just anyone. We shouldn't minimize our existence by adding a 4-letter word. Using the word just when talking about ourselves or others inaccurately categorizes us as ordinary, like the skin on our body or the blood in our bones. We're extraordinary creatures and we can do amazing things. We can do the impossible. And we're the future. Soon we'll be running the planet. One of us could be president or find life on Mars or create flying cars or cure cancer. And if we want to be able to accomplish amazing things, things beyond our wildest dreams, we have to be fully and wholly ourselves, and we cannot be just. We need to have the trust to be us. And each one of you, as an individual and as a group, needs to have the confidence, self-worth, self-love, patience, and perseverance to be our beautiful, true selves if we wish to accomplish our dreams. And as my mom always says, it takes 2 things to make a dream: hard work and being true to yourself. Thank you.
When I was writing this, I remember staring down a blank Google Doc titled 8th grade promotion speech. But the question was, what promotion? I remember being in 6th grade. Mr. Reisert's room 561 We were watching Home Alone, and a group of tall kids, at least they seemed tall then, I didn't grow much yet, but they came in wearing leis and holding bouquets and smiling. "We made it," they were saying. "Thank you so much." And I saw that and I thought, wow, I want that to be me when I'm in 8th grade. All my friends too. It was our hope for graduation to be able to go back and say thank you. See all the memories plastered on the walls, our laughter frozen in those oceans of photographs, to think about all the good times and the bad times and the chaotic times that transpired behind the doors that were once the gateway to what could prove either our delight or our mental demise. We never finished that movie we were watching. The bell rang sooner than we expected. Fast forward to that last Friday before we entered into what we thought was going to be a brief 3-week break, Friday the 13th in March. Every moment was smooth sailing. It was raining, we were all splashing each other and laughing, being typical teenage lunatics with our cherry cola slushies and our oddly specific mannerisms. Our friend group was, and is still, very close-knit, but we were prepared for those so-called 3 weeks. At least we had things to look forward to, promotion being the most prominent. Strange how we viewed that event with such anticipation, when in reality we graduated the moment we walked out of those gates. I still remember that last day. I wish I had made fuller goodbyes with everyone before I flounced into the parking lot wearing my coat and my pride. Maybe hugs instead of high fives, but of course, neither of those are very respectful of social distancing, are they? It's funny looking back at all these old pictures. I would say it's like looking in a mirror, but that's inaccurate. It's like seeing completely different people. Have we changed for the better? Maybe, maybe not. But it's growth, and that's got to count for something. But that's it, isn't it? We've grown, far too fast and far too soon, but we have grown. We have realized that obstacles often come in the way of our sights. Sometimes these can be sailed through. Other times they are storms that we must wait out. But in all of these hardships, we are sometimes forced to ride out the waves, whether or not we are smashed to the shore or emerge as the victor. And this pandemic has been one of the greatest trials that we have ever had the displeasure of meeting. However, if it has taught us anything, it has shown us that we are capable of being independent. We are who we make ourselves, not who others wish us to be. Though we are naturally social creatures, we can live with a little space. Albeit difficult, this mental journey is more than a curse, it is a lesson that we can get through hard times, a lesson that though we are not together, we are connected, a lesson that even though a rough sea can prove damaging, we can stay afloat. And so even as the rest of you are watching YouTube or procrastinating on homework, just know that we made it. Thank you so much.
Middle school. I think it could be very easily compared to the show The Office. Well, our school is so diverse, just like the Dunder Mifflin staff, and we all know who those Jims, Dwights, Kevin, and Kellys are. When you read the summary of the show, it kind of all makes sense. Here, I'll read it to you. A group of typical office workers where the workday consists of ego clashes, come on guys, let's just get along, inappropriate behavior, unfortunately, and tedium, teachers, not your fault. Oh, and if you don't know The Office, I'm sorry, the speech will only be 2 minutes long. And why? Go watch it. Anyway, let's start with 6th grade. I can sum up 6th grade with this quote by Michael G. Scott. I understand nothing. Everybody was pretty confused going into 6th grade, but we had just done elementary school for over 6 years, so excuse us for not understanding that we now have 8 new teachers. But we got used to it and we found our way around and we met a lot of new people, just like season 1 of The Office. Now 7th grade. I like to use this quote by Andy Bernard to sum up this year. I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you've actually left them. I'd gotten so used to 6th grade that I wasn't really ready for the new workload that was coming. But I also see this year as, season 4 of The Office, when Jim and Pam finally get together and things start make sense. And finally, 8th grade. When I found this quote by Kevin Malone, I thought it matched so well with this year. I just want to lay on the beach and eat hot dogs. That's all I've ever wanted. This, of course, relating to our current situation, when we all just want to leave the house. Now I'm off to high school and who knows what's to come. I'd like to close out with this quote by Daryl Fieldman. Every day when I came into work, all I wanted to do was leave. So why in the world does it feel so hard to leave right now? Thank you.
Up until a couple of years ago, I possessed only a few core unwavering beliefs. First, fish are friends, not food. Second, life is like a box of chocolates. And third, dreams are dumb. Yes, you heard me for my inspirational send-off to all you hopeful high schoolers. I will be explaining to you exactly why I never dreamed outside of the box. You see, on career day, while others mimicked the acclaimed singers and renowned actors with their glamorous gowns and tuxedos, yours truly had a much more interesting ensemble. Sure, the dresses were shiny, but they were no match for my ketchup-stained lab coat and plastic stethoscope. That's right, even as a kindergartner, I had my priorities straight. At 5 years old, I decided that I was going into the biomedical field. Why? Well, I hadn't quite figured that out yet, but it was stable and reliable, so I settled for it. That day, I was meticulously obsessing over my career day costume, convinced that my choice in apparel would determine my destiny. Meanwhile, my friends were off singing and dancing, with equal conviction that they would one day achieve their dreams. Fast forward to 7th grade, and not much had changed. My friends still fantasized about landing roles as Marvel superheroes or Pixar animators, while I sat in my room and agonized over whether I was going to earn my master's or PhD in 10 years' time. I still couldn't comprehend how they entertained these thoughts of grandeur when their likelihood of success was so low. Then, one night, it hit me. I'm probably a robot. Oh, and there was this other thing too, something about anxiety and fear. I remember now. I realized that I always had these hopes and dreams too, but unlike my friends, I never dared to voice them. In my mind, it was easier to abandon my aspirations than to witness my parents, peers, or anyone else take those opportunities away from me. However, now I realize that none of us should be backseat drivers in our own lives. That squandering our aspirations under a false pretense of security is only giving in to the fear we seek to escape. Which is why now I am pursuing my dream. Not the one where I'm trapped in a mobile game and all my teachers are chucking watermelons at me, but the one where I make my own choices. The one where I follow my passion instead of settling for the safe option as I did every career day. So, next time you feel scared or nervous, remember that it is our dreams that distinguish us from the AI and androids. It is our irrational hopes and flaws that make us human, not our ability to spot which photos have traffic lights in them, reCAPTCHA. So, as I conclude the speech, I leave you all with a quote that summarizes the main message of the last 2 minutes. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. So, as the future steadfastly approaches, keep your head up, stay strong, and do not throw away your shot.
Hello, my name is TJ Zane, clerk of the Poway Unified School District Board of Education. It's an honor to celebrate this special occasion alongside you, even if virtually. At this time, I would like to commend all of our students, their families, their teachers, administrators, and support staff on their hard work to make it to this day. I confirm that our students have met PUSD's high academic standards and requirements to advance to high school. It is my great pleasure and privilege to accept the promoting 8th grade class of 2020 on behalf of the Board of Education. We wish you continued success, health, and happiness. Congratulations.